All right, y'all. I am back. The fuck? Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm back for more Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm hoping I can get towards the end of the game in this gameplay. I mean, I don't know because I don't remember how much is left. I probably won't, but we'll see. I'm heading to Sunfall. I'm finding campfires everywhere. What is happening? Campfire. Oh, you know what I just thought of? I bet when I get to this town.
Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling from the west.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm gonna find a bunch of side quests.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
I used to daydream about being a noble. Now
I'll keep the moon from your brow.
Well, I guess let's do this side quest then. Alright, so where's this dude? It's like a million miles away from here. Can I just teleport to him? Yes, I can. Great. I don't recall like going to this place before, but I've been here before, so hooray! Thank you, fast travel. Man. Alright, my cat keeps doing something over here and I keep looking. I don't ever remember oh, you know what? I do remember coming here. I was roaming around doing something. Like, not recording, and I just stumbled across this place, and I saved my, yeah, okay. It's all coming back to me now.
Are you Galiv? The healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself, but you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin, thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we're calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Carja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience. But in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, Perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
I already have the part.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please, on my oath, this girl will survive to see our sad future. You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in a crowd.
That was easy. Like, I need a Thunderjaw heart. And I'm just like, oh yeah, there's one right here. Oh, I think this right here, if it's the corrupted zone I remember, there's like 2 of those worm things that are corrupted. And yeah, they suck to fight. In fact, if I remember right, the way I beat it was I overrode a Sawtooth or a Ravager or both. And I aggroed the worm in a way where they started attacking it and they helped me kill it. I think there was two of the worms. I ain't going over there unless I have to.
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No, wait. I don't even want to ask, in case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
I fear this ceasefire is a ruse. Avad's a murderer after all. Are we to take him at his word?
Uthid was the mother.
How many skill points do I have to? Not enough.
It's the sun drawing the faithful.
If you don't have something for me, be on your way.
Let me get my free treasure box or sample box, or whatever they're called.
Won't cost you but a...
The submarine. Travel tradition.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least.
Only the sun can finish them.
Go to the Citadel courtyard.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Outlanders, if you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
I can't even hear because of that fight going on over there.
I hear the Shadow Carja are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Well, the Kestrels.
Well, what's the side quest?
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Side quest. I hate that I am the way that I am. I'm like, ooh, side quest? Hold on. Let's go do it. I can't help it, man. Did they finally kill that thing down there? Oh, yeah. It's gone. It was loud, man. Pissing me off. You know, I still haven't fought one of those trampler? I don't remember what they're called, but the big rhino kind of robot things. I don't recall them being too difficult to kill, so I mean they're big, they're menacing, but they're not overly hard to kill.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one. I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible, but I like you. So I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
Man, it seems like my audio's off sync a little bit, or maybe it's just her. Let's see.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look,
it's her.
He feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edaman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
What makes you think he's on the Green Climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the Green Climb. Good luck.
Okay. Oh, good. I have a campfire right there. Great. Destroy alarms at bandit camps to prevent them from calling reinforcements. Fuck that. Cowabunga. Or stand in the door and snipe them all. That's what I did in that last one that I did. Hey, or they died and I didn't. Okay.
3 dead trees. Just like Vanasha said. Let's see if Uthid came through here. These tracks lead up that rise. Must be the Green Climb.
The Green Climb. So mine is going to be literally like scaling up this thing. It looks like it. Yeah, okay. We can do that. We can do that.
Foot track stop here. Time to climb.
Oh no! Okay. No, I use the fucking health. I like find the fucking things all over the place, but I never use them. Alright. Try this again with 100% less falling. So far, so good. I think. I definitely don't remember this quest at all. Okay. Well, now what? Oh, right here, right here.
All right, made it. Where did you go, Uthid? Food scraps. I'll bet Uthid stopped to see if he was being followed. He must have kept going. I've got to catch up.
Am I gonna run up on like fight 3 Thunderjaws at the same? That'd be sick, actually. I'd love that. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Uthid's been hunting. Everything useful has been stripped. Uthid's been gathering components, probably for ammo. Glinthawks, looking to scavenge. More equipped to take you on.
Oh, I missed. No. Missed again. Ah! I didn't miss that one. Man, you know, I think out of all the enemies in the game, the Glinthawks I find to be the most annoying. Not because they're like difficult. They're not. I mean, they're fairly simple to kill. They're just annoying.
Uthid took down a Ravager. Not an easy kill, but worth it for the pugs. Dead Watchers. More scrap for Uthid's stockpile.
Damn. Old Uthid's out here just wrecking everything, man. God damn.
The next one doesn't miss.
Uthid?
You're young for a bounty hunter. Or am I old for a soldier?
I'm not here for the price on your head, Uthid. I believe you're innocent.
Innocent? Come on, then. If this is a trick, it's a good one. You've earned your kill.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna rob you real quick. Okay. All right.
No tricks. Just talk.
All right. Speak.
I want to know what happened at Sunfall. What really happened.
All right. For weeks, each dawn in the tent city came with a new death. Always in their sleep, no struggle. The old, the infirm, sometimes the young. Those who couldn't fight for the cause. I should have realized then it was a culling.
Who would do such a thing?
They thought it was a curse, an evil spirit. But it was only a man. And a silent poison. It took time to catch him, but we did. We brought him before Bahavas for the sun's judgment.
The High Priest Bahavas? He's the one who put the bounty on you.
Yes. He thanked me for my diligence, then had his guards release the villain. You see? It was he who ordered the culling. Then they turned on us. Should have died with my men, so their loyalty meant something. 20 years I gave to the sun. For what? Malice and murder? As for honor, sacrifice, true sacrifice, the kind priests and rulers know nothing of, it's all a fat joke.
If it's honor you seek, the Sun Karjas seem trustworthy. A little stuck up, maybe, but trustworthy.
Those Karja once raided your Nora lands. Raided every land we could reach. It was the Sun's will. I did what I was told. Others did worse. But as their captain, I had...
Uthid, I don't care what you did. I can't absolve you. But the Karja are changing their ways. You could too.
Perhaps. Avad doesn't understand what the Sun demands of its soldiers.
Perhaps he understands it too well.
Now you sound like the blameless Murad.
I can believe you're a good man. But why go with the Shadow Karja in the first place? Why serve them?
Because of Itamen, of course. He was the one true Sun King.
Itamen's just a child.
Yes, an untainted vessel. I believed he was pure. But they used him. Used our faith. I can see that now. No shadows under a noonday sun. Bahavas didn't need to disgrace my name. I did it myself, serving a rotten throne.
I met someone who wants to get you out of this. A woman named Vanasha. But first, we need to get you out of here.
What are you? You look like a hunter. You give orders like a soldier who's been out... Mercenaries. Think they'll all line up to tell me I'm innocent?
Should have stayed on the plains, Karja! The mountains belong to us! Keecook's killers!
Damn.
When we're done with you, you won't even leave an echo!
You didn't make it hard to be followed. Almost as if you wanted to go out in a showdown.
Not much gets by you.
Incoming! Move in! We'll send the rest as soon as they arrive. Over here!
Oh, I missed. God damn it. Are they actually coming all the way over?
We're getting picked off!
It's up to you now, man. Rally, we can still finish them.
Blam. Oops. I didn't mean to hit that button. Oh shit, there's more. Wait, where's that other boat?
Keep up the attack. We still got another squad on the way.
Dude, I'm like wrecking these fucking idiots. Oh, shitballs! That scared me. That legit scared me. I didn't know that bitch was there. Oh, he missed. Wow.
That won't be the last of them. Follow me. I've stashed supplies up above.
Yeah, but didn't you see how easily I killed them, man? Like, come on, man. I could throw
Got too
wave.
much already.
They throw wave after wave at me. I'll just shit all over them. She won't climb. Oh no. I gotta talk to him. Like, what's happening? You know, it's cool that she's the one giving him the boost, you know, and it's not the, like, other way around.
Up and over.
Grab what you can while we still have time.
Okay. I'm sure I could use traps and booby trap the area and do all this bullshit. Kinzo will not be doing any of that.
A robust defense is the most satisfying to break. All right, Marvels. We brought the priest out here, so let's put on a show for him.
I know that, Hood. We've unfinished business, Bahavas and I. This will be difficult. I think you rallied to a lost cause.
I don't intend to die today, Euthid.
I did. But you're starting to change my mind.
That didn't kill him? Holy shit.
Into the fray!
That got him. Uh-oh. We got homies coming.
Look out! To your left!
My left? Oh, they're coming down the zip lines. There's another one? Motherfucker, you can come down that zip line all you want. You're just gonna get got. Oh my god, there's no one. Oh shit. I need to kill that idiot over there. Alright, they're gone.
Aha! Gotcha!
Take the fight to them!
I kind of killed everyone. Sorry. Hey, I'll give this dude credit, man. He was like in the mix, man, doing work.
The sun still guides me.
All right, so what's like? Oh, there's still guys to kill. I'm over here looting. Oh, are these the guys with the guns and shit? Oh, I missed. I thought I saw two homies with big guns. Did I imagine that? How? What? Dude, if I miss again, I'm gonna freak. I'm about to just climb that fucking mountain and go take care of him.
That's the last of the Marvels.
God, I thought I was being trolled.
Bahavas thought he had enough fodder to keep him safe. Now there's hope for justice.
Where did
Will you come with me?
Yeah, man. Let's go. I thought there was a dude with the guns. I saw big guns and a guy with the big helmet. Halo is cool, man. He's a cool character. I like
This
him.
won't be easy. Bahavas still has his personal guard.
It'll be fun. You know, one thing this game doesn't have, which kind of sucks, is it ain't got like explosive arrows. And you would think it would, but for whatever reason, they have fire arrows, which are, they're cool, but they ain't got explosive. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, I guess I kind of understand to a certain degree, like why, like because then
full already.
There'd be fools like me. That's all I would use. I would just use explosive arrows and just blow up everything.
Across there, and we'll have him.
Okay, is this where the guys with the guns
I
are?
had to come here myself.
Oh yeah, there's.
To
I
end
see it.
your suffering, Uthid, and mine. The Outlanders led us here, and now that they are dead, their price is most affordable. But enough with needles. It's time for blades. Remove them from the sun's sight.
All right, got this. Where's the that guy? That's the guy I gotta kill right here.
Righteous fight! Make it hurt
what it's
as the shadow falls upon them. It shifts like heroes.
This guy's tough. He's a
The
bitch.
fury
though.
of the sun. Kill the traitor. Kill Lenora.
Bro, I don't know if you're keeping score at home, but that dude just got his wig split. Yeah, I killed Lenora. I'm like, dude, we kind of like whooped your ass. In fact, it's fucking done over here.
Hello.
Does it really need this animation on every little sub arena? You know, like, I get that.
Whatever deal you worked out with him, I'll double it. More than double it.
No. I'm tired of this, Bahavas. The lies and the violence and your cheap scented oils. I don't suppose you'd kill yourself.
I had to. Prune the weak, or all the Karja in Shadow are doomed.
This solves nothing. But may the sun find some worth among your drying bones.
That was quite a fireworks show.
You took your time?
I was busy. What do you think happened to Yun Shund, the other mercenary band? And I had to organize passage to Meridian for a wanted man. Give us a moment, Uthid. Girl talk. You've had quite a day. I never imagined Bahavas would blunder into his own trap. His death opens up wonderful possibilities. Remember Edaman and Nasadi, the Child King and his mother guarded like hostages at Sunfall? With Bahavas gone, no one will be watching them. I want to get them out. And I could use your help.
What's going to happen to Uthid now?
Don't worry. You gave him a second life, and I'll put it to good use. He'll be welcomed in Meridian as a military advisor. Hopefully he can help Avad finish the Shadow Karja with as little bloodshed as possible.
What's going to happen at Sunfall now that Bahavas is dead?
Oh, it will be glorious. The priests will panic. There'll be infighting, skullduggery, and backstabbing as they wrangle for power. Best of all, they'll be distracted. Bahavas, your life brought misery, but your death is a flower that blooms in abundance.
Kidnapping the Sun King of the Shadow Karja is no small task.
It's not kidnapping. They want to go to Meridian, to safety.
How do you know that?
I've been posing as Nasadi's handmaiden. She's scared. For herself, of course, but mostly for Itamen.
Why do you care what happens to them?
Itamen is the Shadow Karja's figurehead. If he defects, it will remove their last trace of legitimacy. Beyond that, he's just a boy who clings to his mommy. He made a little grazer for me out of matchsticks once. It wasn't very good, but still, nobody ever made anything for me before.
What do you need to get Nasadi and Itamen out of Sunfall?
With Bahavas dead, Sunfall is the easy part. I'll handle that. The big fuss will be crossing the border to the Sundom. Find my friend, Three-Toe Huadiv, near the branded shore. I hired his crew to sweep the path, so all you have to do is wait for me.
If this Huadiv has already cleared the area, why do you need me?
Contingencies, little huntress. Something will go wrong, and I need protection I can count on. You.
I'll try not to disappoint.
Did it.
The Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for Meridian?
Only if you want to go, my dear.
What choice do I have?
None at all. I was just being polite.
Oh, I like that character. I've already forgot her name, but she's pretty funny. All right. Oh shit. One button. Oh, Behemoth. All right. Well, I guess we're doing this now. Oops. Damn it! I really wanted to kill that priest with this gun. No, I'm sad. All right. Anyway, we're going back. We're going back. We're going back. We're going to right. Talk to Three-Toe whoever. Okay. Three-Toe. Does he actually have 3 toes? I knew a man that had 4 toes. He had a pipe fall on his big toe when he was young. They cut it off.
The rain's letting up. Going easy on me now.
All right, Three-Toe. Oh, God, he's right here.
You're Three-Toe Huadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Hornswoggled.
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on. It's my own damn fault for taking the bait. Should have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful parts.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Itamen, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Find the best path to the lake, make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Karja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face. I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
Vanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Itamen. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, We didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
I like this guy. Oh, it's one of those homies. Okay, okay. I can throw a rock and make this bitch like go there. I don't think it works that way. Holy shit. Killed the damn thing. There we go. A little easier to kill than the one up in the north. Okay. If I can hit up right there. Oh. I've never figured out like a real clean way of killing them. Like I know you can break off the you know, the arms, which makes it to where you know, it can't go underground, but then from there, I'm like, well, then what? You know what I mean? Like, I know you can shoot up under it, but sometimes it's hard to get a beat on it. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I just shoot arrows at things and hope it dies. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. All right. Anyway, I need to make it back to the 3-toe whatever. Kind of interesting that it's like I've already done the DLC, so I'm just like, oh, one of those guys. Oh, but it's like not as tough as the one I fought up in the north. But, you know, no big fucking deal. No big deal. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, they must know you're gonna get your wig split fighting this thing, because look at all the healing plants that are down here. All right.
Never know when I might need these.
I think I could have climbed back there, but well, whatever. I don't know what that noise was. I don't know why I did that. That was a little weird. It was a little weird. But hey, it's dead, and I'm not. Did it!
By
Praise
the
me.
radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock chewer would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your men, Huadiv? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before you're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection.
And she's ripped. Holy shit. She's like jacked.
Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carja, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Itaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood.
Place traps in the canyon. Okay. I'm not really, oh, you know what I could do?
Some traps would be nice.
I have like these. I never use these fucking things. Be good. Put that down.
Nearly ready.
I'll put one of these. Yeah. I want one of these. I don't know,
Shall we?
I don't know if this will do any good. But, yeah. Leave me alone.
She's here.
Wow, that was entertaining, but I suspect we're not done. More of the bastards. Get ready.
Oh, I should go up here where she is.
No space.
Be cautious and cunning.
Oh, I missed.
Well now,
I didn't miss.
I worked up a bit of a sweat.
Is that it? Really? Come on, man. Like, I can pick these things up, right? I was like, like the way it sounded, I thought there was gonna be like a whole fucking like, you know, surge, like Lord of the Rings coming over the hill kind of shit, where you're like, oh no, you know. Apparently not. Hold on, let me just pick up my traps. I'm glad I got that skill where I can pick this shit up. Pretty nice. Loot this one. Alright. So sorry.
I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear. A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's a Thunderjaw? Word? Oh yeah. I haven't fought one of these in a minute. Alright, let's do this. I missed. Didn't miss that time. Wait, is there something over here? Oh, there's homies over here. Oh, God. Oh, no, hey. Get away from it. Get away from it. Move. Where's the other gun? Oh, there it is. I see it. Ooh, a 12% stealth weave? Oh, we are gonna be taking that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Let me modify my outfit. Oh, what? 997? Get up, God. Oh, I'm even more stealthy. I should have used the disc launcher when he was frozen the first time. I got so hung up on wanting to shoot the fucking thing because I like fighting the Thunderjaws. I think they're fucking fun as hell to fight. Oh. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna do some light looting. Okay. Alright. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, there's still fucking... I'm over here like trying to figure out why the quest isn't going. There's an enemy like roaming around. Hey, those two homies died, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they did because I saw him get wrecked like right at the very beginning. Hey, you know what? They tried. I appreciate their efforts. I will sing their songs.
Keep that for later.
Oh yeah, rocks. That's a weird looking boat, man. Goddamn. A paddle boat.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it? Oh well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we?
So like, how do you steer it? Like, do you have to reach back there and? You know how ripped she is, man.
You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
You know, one thing I appreciate about Aloy's design, I mean, I haven't seen all the armor, of course, but the armor that I do remember in this game, there's no armor that's real, you know, like hers, the lady on the left, like hers is revealing and, you know, kind of like sexualized and doesn't make much sense for armor. Like, why would she have a big space right here that's unprotected? But Aloy doesn't have that kind of design. Like, she has like full body, you know, clothing and armor and shit like that. Like, they didn't Lara Croft her, you know what I mean? This is very epic sounding music. I feel like I did something really good. Oh, there's the homie.
Itamen, my brother, welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, the law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom, and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
What does that mean? Snap Maw? What? I don't see no damn Snap Maw on here. Alright, well, I can get this skill point to increase my inventory so I can hold more shit. Alright, sorry. I think that's it for the side quest, right? Like, I've Alright. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I can finally get back to the main story mission. Alright, here we go. Zero Dawn Project Facility. Oh, that's right. I forgot why I was here. I was like, why did I come here? I got so side-railed. I was there I'm going underground to the Zero Dawn place. Obviously stupid. Oh, shit. All right, here we go.
Can we even call ourselves Carja?
Oh, I need to see.
We can't even keep our Sun King safe. How do we expect to win a war?
Yeah, no, y'all suck. You're terrible. You should just give up.
What are you waiting around for, Outlander?
Remember your
Bounties
place.
are announced inside.
Bounties? Like, all right, whatever.
This is insane.
Hardly.
One
The
day,
balustrade.
our Sun King is here.
It's a short drop from there.
Wait, I'm confused. How am I going to get over there? What am I meant? Oh, right here. Right here. I'm stupid. Oh, do I go down? Yeah, I go down. My bad. My me.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
So this is one of those video game moments where it's like, all right, if you go in here, there's no going back for a while.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. Too bad now
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
It'll be fun.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
More lore. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Pretty good. Not bad. From reception staff. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, We need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these emails?
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Snacks?
Smaller room.
Snacks. Soundproofing. Okay. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates awaiting their turn. Just a thought. Okay. Candidates who scream or sob. For the 5th time, please restock the selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint, that sounds pretty good. Or blackberry sage, that also sounds pretty good. Berry talls? I don't know if I know that word. I'm going to lose it. Please respond. This time, no Tempest and a teapot or steep demand jokes. These are pretty funny little text logs in here. I like
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your...
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CB01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program. And it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you. And the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Yeah, I guess life on Earth survives somehow. Let me deal with people. We're gonna find out together. Uh-oh.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, my controller. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, you bitch. Dude, quit moving. I still didn't kill this guy out here. I mean, I may as well use these fucking health potions because I don't even...
Good. We're too close to the tribal crypt to stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Sorry, I didn't want to start roaming around and she starts talking and cuts off that audio playback. Hang on, I'm just gonna let's roam around real quick to see if there's any other file. Oh shit. Files. You know, audio logs. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, there's all kind of shit here.
Who previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Tech could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
I think there is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm? The Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die? We're going to be able to answer some of these questions. I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me. You were brought here because of your skill set. No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolves into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doc, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
I like his style.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeith was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Conflict cappuccino.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
So there is a spaceship, and I forgot that.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's a text. For debriefing after presentation 1, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they've received. It's important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to assess that all other options for combating the foul plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with the data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbit, lunar or undersea structure, so you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note the real-time support will be available via your focus, security, and medical crisis teams are data corrupted.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real. destroyed, but then remade?
Yes, by a machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how'd it end up in the wreckage of a feral robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
And Hephaestus, taking over Cyan. I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Yeah, see what I mean? How like the story gets pretty sci-fi pretty quick. Let's see here. You're now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to lead this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You'll be expected to work at a minimum of 80 hours per week. Your communication with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of your project, you and your immediate family or 2 persons of your choosing will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural life. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider. Afterwards, your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. After reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the feral plague is inevitable. Year and a half. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to offer medical euthanasia will be released. Medical euthanasia. The information you just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead offer participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. God, man. Damn, I keep doing that. I keep like rolling when I'm trying to like.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
For debriefing after presentation 2, it is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion, and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they are selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Grant participation in Zero Dawn's opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection and validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Damn, that's big. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespan in those who love ones beyond Zero Dawn. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to re-review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles, GO1 through whatever. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. That's just crazy, but Yeah. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision. That part I find interesting, how it's like, hey man, stop doing that. It's like, all right, dude. All right, I want to be locked up. And then by day 4, you're like, you know what? Fuck that. I changed my mind. And then they're just like, no. All right, bro. You made your bed.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock? You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words. I'm sorry. Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over. I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Man, what an impossible situation those people would be in. You know, like, God, I can't even imagine. It's just, it's literally an impossible situation.
Intruder! Get her!
So they woke up.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Thank you for caring about me, though. All right, I saw a thing over here. This.
I hashed it out with them. What the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it?
Is there
A
another route?
complete horror show.
I've done this
We have
before.
no right to
Just
take a
be more
best
focused.
guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to it. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
I guess when you put it that way. Yeah.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the... There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Seems like this missing some arrows. All right, whatever. We'll come back. Well, I see, I can't get up here. Oh, yeah, I can get up here. Never mind. Okay, I just need to get this door open somehow. See, there's something right there. Oh, I see the arrows now. So what is it? Left, up. Well, I guess the last one's just random, huh? What was it? Left, up, left, down, right. Oh, there's only 5. Now, I think what this just told me, though, is this shit's backwards. So, I mean, I'm going to try it and see if it works.
Done. I
Oh.
should check the door nearby.
Oh, it worked. The door. What door? What door? Which door? Oh, right here. Oh, this is that upstairs area that I saw. I don't know why my twang came out when I said upstairs. You know, it's upstairs. What the fuck? Come on, Kenzie.
Forget about traveling light. Found one. Looks intact.
Is it just one?
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
All right, so this one's backwards. So it's up, right, down, left. Wait, what? Or did it mean it was reversed? So like it's actually down. Oh wait, I ironically this one right, up, left, down, left. No. What did this say again?
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Wait, that still isn't right. Because it's down, left, up, right? Right, and then up. Up.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, I got kind of stuck here because what I was failing to notice, damn it, is, well, shit, you can't see it now. But like it said Faro, but it was like upside down, and I was like overthinking it. So if you just like flip it visually in your mind, then that's the puzzle. What you need to know is I'm not very smart.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact. Or not.
You will perish.
On.
Who knows where she went? Search for the intruder.
Motherfucker, we're all intruders in here.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
I have to find Gaia.
Can't carry more.
Like, thank goodness the stealth in this game is so broken. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes it like, it's just comical, like how simplified it can make encounters like that, where I can just do this and suddenly they're like, where'd she go? You know, one thing I can't but notice is, see this that little blinking light? Like, what is that? Is that her focus doing that? Like, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's... Seriously, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Let's see. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Goddamn. This game has words I've never heard of before. God, apparently I'm just uneducated. Well, I mean, I knew that already. I got barely a high school education. Anyway, sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain our bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional. They feel almost like tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for their disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever God thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. No, you do not. There's some pretty awful things that get made. So I do appreciate that she made a Thunder Drive. And
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it. If Hephaestus was part of a system designed to save life, why would it use cyan to make a cauldron? And churn out machines with no other purpose than to kill people?
Somehow it's gone rogue. I don't understand why or how. But whatever the reason, it explains why machines have become more dangerous over the years.
Full steam ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as a Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your decision for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with whoever before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers whenever we use to transmit the deactivation code, so any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Right.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Yeah, that when she popped up, I wasn't expecting that. It scared me. I'm not even gonna. I think because I'm just kind of taking it all in, and suddenly this chick just appears in front of me, like very loud too. It was a little startling. Kenzo was not ready for all that. I wonder how many other people got scared about that when they played this game. Maybe no one. Maybe I'm the first. Oh, I thought there were like more enemies here. I was like, God damn it.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. More Eclipse.
Careful now.
Man, I really don't want to fight these guys. Like, they're like not even fun to fight. Like, they're just... The machines are fun to fight. The human enemies, you know, not so much. You know, I think it's my bow. Yeah, it is my bow. Is it the ammo I'm using? Yeah, so my bow blinks. But why? I don't know. Mystery for another day.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second,
the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Okay. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that Foss was shown a year or so ago. But every other solution had one or more fatal shortcomings: too heavy to transport, too massive to install in a lot of space, too power intensive over centuries, too prone to failure, past 3 or 40 years, etc., etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There's so many more details to finalize, of course. To start with, you need to select the inert material in which you embed the molecules. Already tested 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at whatever for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that I didn't factor minimization, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting. Indeed, Pompedius? I don't know these words. Oh, Propidius. Propidius. What the fuck is... What does the word Propidius mean? Hold on, I gotta look this up, man. Favorably disposed. Being a good omen. Tending to favor. That we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. And it's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero beating out the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do until next time. Alright. Get off the screen. Hideous. Oh man, there's so much lore in this place. Fucking hell, man. God. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of Homer Archive from Fort Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule, due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricular development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, I need to read more. That's what it is. I haven't read books, really, like seriously sat down and read books in years and years and years. And it's making me dumber. I blame Instagram and TikTok. They are performing well in testing with children and adolescents, demonstrating high levels of engagement with trust of Ristle, and personally I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half of my professors had been so entertaining. Man. Let's get to it. Alright, so I don't remember, do I have to kill these guys?
All right, new plan.
Come on over here, friend. Let's play a little game.
That's the last of them. On once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders, look around. See if anything is left.
There's some dead bodies left. Have any interest in those? It's a fucking gun. Drop the gun. Find the entrance. Okay. I don't see anything in here that I can really do anything with. No? I think we're good, right? Okay. This place is kind of a maze, and I don't feel like combing every inch of it. I'm getting confused and lost. I'm scared. Man, imagine being Aloy. Like, man, everything you ever knew is just being fucking obliterated. Like, you talk about a mind-blowing fucking situation. This is that. Like, you're just like, you know, like there's no way to comprehend everything.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct? And how's it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
If Hephaestus went rogue, why not Hades too?
That's what I'm thinking, but why? And what caused it?
Keep searching, and perhaps we'll find the answer.
Always complains. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore, anyone who say the old TT goes to Bashcore straight up lying. You know it, old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazzle. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citrium runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds, hand to God, and swear on my mom's grave. She was religious. Now, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades I'm shaking the walls, rotting folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music. 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal theme stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come on within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore you'll see, or hear rather. And the screech that rends the air and feel, and the throbbing pulse of the floor and the walls and the ceiling swung you up like you were Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothical deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accidents vids. Last I heard, he was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool. I'm very fluent in that. Wait, is this the same guy? Do I have to do it like in that same voice? Hey, here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to guy's rather extreme executive authority. That ain't worth 10 hours dream time. What is? Before this, every usurpation words I designed failed in simulation because it was too hard or too soft. Too hard and integrated the guy, of course. She would pry her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too. So that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, Gaia only pretended to release control in simulation. After simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, and have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, and then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Whew, those blues are coming on pretty strong, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. I could have read that in like the other way that I read it, but I didn't want to. I didn't see ain't nowhere in there. If I see ain't in there, I'll read it like that. Let's see here. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission. Your 666 submission just 5 days, and ooh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings regarding inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the deep heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I've saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just 1, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the postulate material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, you have directed Apollo staff to accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work. We have to save the world after all the rest of us do anyway. Tate sounds like a good old boy.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Ooh, man. Seems like a tear to my eye.
Welcome to Eleuthia,
the
crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but
As one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
All right. Well, definitely, I don't have to read it in like a southern Alabama accent here. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them, poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation astonishing. I don't know what you had to give as far as the to trade in, get these chambers, but it's worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risk of ECMO resolve? I don't know what that means. Nutrition delivery resolve. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand, but if the rest of FC's technology is at this level, well, human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication in the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours and get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. So is that what this is?
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Development of the artificial persona for cradle servitors, nurture, discipline, and healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting turning point for these contracts. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and the healer persona. I've also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior, a parental argument, if you will, amusing on first glance perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just data corrupted. Okay. There's a lot of lore in this game. Holy fucking shit. There's even more lore. I'm actually getting tired of reading all this. I mean, it's cool, but God, there's so much lore. Let's see here. Whatever that word is, was essentially sealed before the swarm advancing across province could detect it. Ping back from crucial system was good. From our maiden voyage, a success. Despite my disputes with the betas over zygote selection, of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the whatever Site 2 and wherever, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. Man, the like timetable of this seemed like they had a year and a half to build all this shit, which is like, you know, like to me, obviously, like, you know, sci-fi, like there's a fucking chicken restaurant that's being built for like a year. You know what I mean? Like, you think you can build this kind of shit in an extinction level event in a year and a half?
Facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
You're a corrupted Alpha registry.
Humans would benefit from antilopinae morphologies, though Camprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
So old Elizabeth was like the savior of humanity for everything.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Alright, how am I getting up in this? Oh, I can probably yeah. Hello? Odyssey has failed. Let's see here. Some terrible news. I'm afraid Forest Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart our solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, all alphabet of Apollo, are lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Oh, that's right. That's right. They did have a spaceship they tried to launch and it blew up. And it was all very sad. Oh.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Oh. That's the homie from the like very beginning of the game, right? The like big motherfucker that like fucked me up on the ledge.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
You're an idiot. A dangerous idiot, but an idiot. All this talk of destiny and fate. I'm sure Hades speaks the same language, doesn't he? You're being played for a fool. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
of its head. This has something to do with its lift attacks.
Shadows, kill her! Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool, man. Oh yeah. I was just,
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
I knew it. I knew there was gonna be a bunch of dialogue.
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse, not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Yeah!
All right. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. I've played all the Horizon Zero Dawn I can for now. However, I know what I'm gonna do. You know, damn long legs around here. I'm gonna go eat. I probably should do my laundry and be an adult, but fuck that, I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm gonna go eat and then take a break, and then I'm gonna come back. So that's why, like, my next 3 or 4 gameplays, I'm gonna be like in the same fucking outfit. Maybe I should just be like Einstein, just wear the same shit all the time. But I think I'm getting kind of close to the end here, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm not sure how much is left. This music is epic sounding. Holy shit. But I'm out. I'll see you when I see you.